but you don't know what I'm drinking. I mean, it's out of a coffee cup. You never know what's in it, though. Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are doing Hot and Cold. This is a video series I like to do where I talk about the best and worst music I heard over the past week, the hot being the best, the worst being the cold, and some middle-of-the-road tracks as well. As per usual, the songs will be linked down below in the description box. Feel free to peruse. Look down there. Peruse is a word, right? Well, not peruse in the way as in read, but click on them, watch them, listen, yeah, you know. Also, yes, remember you can inform me of new songs that I should listen to, and I will feature them on this series as shoutouts, as that's what I'm going to give a shout out to right now for someone who commented on the video last week. Fran is that person's name. Might just be a YouTube name, but we'll go with it anyways. So this person gave us a Zella Day song to listen to. It's called My Game. And honestly, I didn't know anything about Zella Day before listening to this song. Her name just reminds me of like an old store in Canada that used to be called Zellers. So yeah, new artist for me to be listening to. And this new song, it's got like a 60s throwback feel to it. Because of the arrangement, the vocals. It reminds me of the stuff I would hear on like 60s on 6, that channel from Sirius XM radio. Of course, it is refreshed and made crisper with the production. It's honestly similar to the sound that Cage the Elephant were experimenting with their 2015 record, Tell Me I'm Pretty. Funny enough, while I was looking at the lyrics of this Zella Day song, I found out that, hey, Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys produced it, and it's not a coincidence that he also produced that Cage the Elephant record I was referring to. I love this new track from Zella Day, though. I am incredibly thankful for the person who commented and recommended this track, so thank you, Fran. Yeah, this song is probably better than most of the hot tracks this week, if I'm being honest. That being said, we still do have a few good tracks to get through in the hot tracks this week. The best of the week. First up, we have Gorillaz. Their track is called Friday the 13th. Friday 13th, excuse me. This one's featuring Octavian. A minimal mix on this, stop and start instrumentation, typical alternative sound from Gorillaz mixed with hip-hop because of the Octavian feature. Pretty good stuff. Moving on, we have Leon Bridges featuring Terrace Martin. Terrace had a track out with Denzel Curry, I think a week or two ago. Now he's back with Leon Bridges. This new track is entitled Sweeter, and what can I say about it? It's more stellar vocals from Leon in front of an intimate, soft, jazzy backdrop. Not much more I can say about it. It is a beautiful song. Also, this past week we have the James Barker Band making their return with a single. Summertime is the name of that one. Much better than anything I remember off of their latest EP. Sure, the lyrics don't have much substance to them, the typical country references to the campfire and just soaking up the sunshine. But look at the title, though. That's what you're expecting. Summertime. It's a country song. So yeah, I can't blame them for keeping it simple on the lyrical front. I'm just happy that the chorus is as infectious as it is, and it's worth cranking up with some buds. Buds as in friends, beer, why not both? Up next, we have Neil Young with Vacancy. This is his latest Vault Dive single from an upcoming record that is coming up this week, I think. This song is not as strong as the last single we got from Neil, at least in my opinion, but there is a decent guitar riff that comes up time and time again on it. Clearly, you can trace this back to the Crazy Horse days from like the 70s with Neil. Speaking more about legends, we have another new track this past week that I loved a great deal. It is by John Prine. It is called I Remember Everything. This is an emotionally moving acoustic cut that you do not want to miss this week. It is a tearjerker. one of the last songs recorded from the late John Prine. Picking things back up with some electronic music, I have a recommendation. It's called Tomorrow by Tiësto featuring 433. This is an absolute club banger. I have not heard a beat drop like this for quite a while now. Also a pretty enjoyable song. Now, if electronic music is not your thing, if you're looking for more of a hip-hop banger, this past week I gotta recommend this song Shotta Flow 5 by NLE Choppa. Just banging production on there, nasty flows, it is relentless. And now, wrapping up the hot tracks for this week, it was the song I was least looking forward to, but it ended up being one of the best, so sue me. Yes, it is Trolls by 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. Hear me out. 6ix9ine, he kind of proves that he's a lot more versatile than what most of his haters and what most of his fans, for that matter, would come to expect from him. As yes, 6ix9ine, he is a bit more reserved. He has a bit more quieter rapping on this song. Of course, he still has his trademark screaming. It's not like you're going to mistake this song for any other kind of trap rapper out there. But on top of that balancing act of having the scream rap, the quieter rap, we have a sick beat on this song. Tight flows from both 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. Nicki's verse has got to be one of the most authoritative and genuine I've heard from her over the past couple years. The wordplay, the pandemic rhyme, not nearly as forced or as cringeworthy as what it was for 6ix9ine on his song Gooba. And yeah, that leaves us with Trolls being a pretty good song. Oh, the day has come. I finally enjoy a 6ix9ine song. I wish that was alcohol. Okay, moving on. We have middle of the road tracks now. These are okay songs. Still worth a shout out. Not really that great. Not that terrible either. First up, we have Surfaces and Elton John with their song Learn to Fly. There are so many songs out there that are called Learn to Fly. Anyways, with this collaboration this week, Surfaces, if you haven't heard of them before, they kind of give me Rex Orange County vibes with like the fusion of soul, pop, and jazz. Honestly, kudos to Elton John for coming on a track like this, such a small name group of Surfaces. I'm honestly surprised that he knows such a small name group. But hey, good on him for keeping up with the youthful artists and seeming like a bit of an opportunist, kind of like what Billy Ray Cyrus was for Old Town Road last year. More about Elton's feature, it's honestly not even that necessary. You could play through the entire track and barely notice him. His feature, his presence is kind of brief. He's kind of like mixed below some other vocalists at points. But the overall track is just, it's pretty boilerplate for jazzy indie pop. Now, if you liked that Surfaces and Elton John collaboration, you might want to check out this latest single from HONNE. It is called No Song Without You. More of the same kind of sound, just a bit sleepier. Keeping things going, we have Teyana Taylor with her latest single, Wake Up Love. It's another new single from her. She's been fairly busy lately. She's gearing up for a new album that is going to be dropping, I believe, this upcoming Friday. I think she's been putting out some fairly decent material so far, a few good singles, a few duds along the way too. Sadly, this new track, Wake Up Love, yeah, I think the best part of it is the end when we have like the spotlit keys. Yeah, because nothing else is really sticking with me. Rustin Kelly is a singer-songwriter. I've just checked him out for the first time this past week. He has a new song. It's called Rubber. Not much in terms of a memorable tune on this one, but I gotta highlight this track regardless because, yeah, there's some good guitar work on here. And that about brings us to the end of Hot and Cold. We only have a couple cold tracks to get through. I've been trying to keep the negativity to a low. First up on the list, we have Tyler Yawa. featuring Post Malone. It's called Tommy Lee. I was really ecstatic, really excited coming into this song. I was like, oh man, Post Malone, I love like everything that he puts out. So why wouldn't this be good? Well, yeah, my concerns were there because Tyler Yawa, who's he? And my thoughts exactly. I don't know who this is. Even after listening to a song, I'm not very inclined to listen to anything else he's put out. Let's just put it nicely. Tommy Lee, it's not a good song. It has one of the more generic trap instrumentals I've heard this year. I'd have to go back to like Future's new album to get something as mind-numbing and tedious. And yes, sadly, there is a lack of excitement and variation on this track as well, so much so that it permeates the rest of the track, especially with the vocal performances from Tyler and Post Malone. Yeah, I'm here just hoping that Posty can bounce back. Let's forget about this song. And finally, this week we have Walk Off the Earth and Pokemon. Apparently, Pokemon is now a musical artist. It's Walk Off the Earth. Anyways, the song, The Journey Starts Today. It's overcompressed. Way too overcompressed. I don't know how much Walk Off the Earth got paid to do something like this, but if it wasn't obvious by what the song was written for, it is corny. AF. I don't like swearing. Yes, I know. It doesn't sound right to say AF. You get the point. The song is terrible. It is truly terrible. And there you have it. There's Hot and Cold for this week. Make sure you sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of these songs, if you'll check them out or not. Keep in mind recommendations for future episodes, new songs, give them shout outs. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. I'd appreciate that very much. As always, thanks for watching and have a rockin' day.